Hey, I'm Jakira Black and I haven't done a video for a very long time, not since March, maybe April. The reason for that is I've actually been really ill. I was planning on doing this video in April. I'd got all the preparation done for it, but my health just got to me. I've had last time I did a video, I was coughing a lot, I think, at least in one of them. The chances are that was pneumonia, and I've had pneumonia, I've had pleurisy of the lung, my lung was partly deflated, and I've had something called empyema, which is infected pus, pockets of pus in the lung. In my case, my right lung, that required an operation. Now, empyema is a 24% death rate. So I have been seriously ill, and it has taken me all the time till now, because I had nearly 3 weeks in hospital. I had 3 chest drains. I had so many cannulas and blood tests and stuff like that. So many antibiotics. I had 2 courses of antibiotics, one for 3 weeks and one for 2 weeks. I had an operation to clear out my lung. I've had relapses. I've been sent back to A&E. Even now, my breathing isn't 100%. It feels quite tight sometimes, and I'm being referred back to the hospital with the possibility that I've got scar tissue from everything. And my message actually for this, and this is not the only thing I'm going to be talking about, my message is, because the thing is, I've had colds. I've had so many colds in the past. And I thought, well, it's just a cold. I'm not going to go to the doctors because it's just a cold. And even if it's gone on my chest, which I'm asthmatic, I've not gone to the doctors because it's like, it's just a cold. It's nothing. It'll get better and I'll be fine. When I had that cold, when I was coughing, and before that, I should have gone to the doctors because it was probably pneumonia then, and it definitely was later on. And I made a massive mistake, because the thing is, you hear about, oh, well, people have antibiotics too, doctors give antibiotics out too easily, and, these germs, bacteria are going to get resistant. I wish I'd gone, because I have been in so much pain. I mean, one of the chest drains got stuck, having kinked inside me and wrapped around my lung and a rib, and so it took them 2.5 hours to get it out, and they were pulling at it and it was wrapped around the rib, and yeah, it's just been a total nightmare. So I've not been well enough in summer. For when I came out, I couldn't even read. I struggled to write anything. For some time I've been listening, well, I have started reading again. I was listening to audiobooks, but when I first came out, I couldn't even listen to them. All I could do was listen to The Sound of Rain on Spotify. That's all I could cope with, and I was sleeping most of the time. But yeah, so this is a tag video, so but it's one that I've made up, and maybe other people would like to do it. It's a combined book and writers tag. Yeah, so I will ask myself my questions. So this is, to be a writer, you must be a reader tag. So, the prettiest book I own. And to be quite honest, after being so ill, I've given away about 200 books to my daughters that I've still not read, because I've got so many books that I just couldn't cope with the stress of it. So, I mean, I could talk about books like Ink, and I can't remember the author, and I have met her. A really pretty cover. But I chose 2. First up this is the actual book cover is really pretty. This is The Surface Breaks, a reimagining of The Little Mermaid by Louise O'Neill. So it's Little Mermaid, but Louise O'Neill is a feminist writer, and so it's a feminist retelling. I love this cover. It is so pretty, and inside it's like scales. So yeah, and then just crease that then. The other one I'm choosing is Warcross by Marie Lu, which I've still not read, so I don't know anything about it. But look at this cover. Look at the inside. It's absolutely glorious. It is so pretty. I've probably got other books as well that have got really pretty covers, but I chose them. Okay, so my second question is, I need to move it down because it's gone up. My second question is, NaNoWriMo, yes or no? Well, as I've done with NaNoWriMo, stands for those that don't know, stands for National Novel Writing Month, and it's an international challenge to write a 50,000 word novel in 30 days. Now, I've been doing it since 2008. Last year, I quit after about a short time. I don't know exactly how much I wrote, because I'm doing masters. But before then, every year I'd wrote between 50,000 to 100,000 words. So I cannot say, no, don't do it, because I do it. I think people should do it. I think that it's a mistake to think that your novel is ready once you've finished, if you get to, whatever. I think it's a mistake to think that 50,000 words is a novel, but it's a great way to get you writing. It's a great way to start working on a novel, and obviously with other people around you that are doing the same thing, camaraderie. Writing can be such a lonely experience, and writing with others makes it a lot more enjoyable. Okay, if you could pick one fictional world to live in, what would it be? Right, so I'll pick the first book here, but it's the whole lot, and this actually covers quite a lot of ground, literal ground. This book is the first book in the Earth Children series by Gina Mule. It's Clan of the Cave Bear. This girl she's a young 5-year-old, and she loses her parents and is raised by Neanderthals. And the other books go on, it's set in the Ice Age. The other books go on in her life and her journeys. This is my favourite series. This is my favourite series of all time, and the girl Ayla is absolutely amazing. And as much as being in the Ice Age was scary, especially because I do have health problems, she's a medicine woman. She could make sure I'm okay. So yeah, I would like to visit, not live, but visit. That's what's it? Yeah, to live in. Well, I'd have to live in it because he said what's it, but thankfully I can't. So next question: if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Right. Well, I could say two things. I could say in a pod in the ground, never meeting anyone ever again, because humanity is like horrible sometimes. But to live in the future, to know what the future is, obviously we don't know what the future's going to be, but there's going to be advancements. Maybe we will travel to different planets, and, to live in that exploration stage, I would choose the future to live in. What book were you really excited to read but were disappointed in? Now, obviously, because I wrote these some time ago, I can't remember, because I did actually choose a book and I can't remember what it is. I know that I was very disappointed in Zenith by Sasha Alsberg. I DNF'd it because I really didn't like it. So yeah, that I you know, because she's a YouTuber, and I thought, yeah, it'll be really good, and it'll be good to. I just didn't like it. It was too many POVs. It was too messy, and I didn't like it. So next question, and my thing's gone up again, down again. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Superpower. It would be quite nice to be able to go really fast, I suppose. Be able to do housework really quickly and be able to type really, really quickly. Invisibility would be quite nice to maybe get back at people that have really upset me in the past, but nah, not really. Mind control. No, that would be nasty. Be able to read minds. Yeah, I suppose that if you could do it individually, but if it was everyone's mind, you'd go mad. Flying, I'm not particularly fond of heights. I don't know if there is actually any superpower. I mean, to be quite honest, I hate superhero films. I think it would have to be super speed, so I could do things a lot faster, and I could get where I'm going a lot faster, and I could type faster and do housework faster and read faster, and just pack a lot more into my life than I'm capable of doing. Okay, read all day or write all day. The thing is, I love writing. I really, really do. But it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. I mean, I can type. If I concentrate, I can type 2,000 words in an hour. But after 2,000 words in an hour, I'm knackered for the day. I wouldn't really want to spend the whole day writing. Because it'd be too tiring. Whereas reading all day, yeah, that's easy because it's someone else's words and it's just slipping in your mind and your imagination's working. And the thing is, obviously, like I said, the tag of this is to be a writer, you must be a reader. Because the thing is, we need to recharge our literary batteries. So I would say read all day. What is your biggest distraction when you are writing? Facebook. I am a little bit addicted to Facebook. I mean, I have been known to go back and edit things from 2 years before that I've wrote. I have been known to go from one profile to another to see what people are up to. I have been known to be going to do something and then there's noise of a message or a post being done has brought me back to sit down and I'm looking at what people have wrote. Facebook is addictive. It is terrible, but it's so cool as well. But yeah, Facebook, I really need to cut back on Facebook. What do you do when you get writer's block? I suppose I've had writer's block recently, but that's because I've been so ill, and it's not counted because I've not been able to write, and for a long time I couldn't read. But that's due to being so seriously ill and tired and exhausted, really. But normally I don't get writer's block because there are techniques to get around writer's block. For instance, free writing. If you want to write about a scene and you don't know what to write, then free write it. Free writing is technically, I mean, it's like you have an idea and you just let your mind, you write down what the ideas your mind comes up with. So for instance, you might start with a prompt of light and talk about light coming through the window and different types of light and how it hurts your eyes, and then go on to talk about headaches and blah de blah, and you know, with, I mean, I do it with characters as well to get understand them. But obviously, if you've got writer's block, then maybe you could explore your plot in the same way and actually work out what you want to do. The other thing I would say is jump forward. If you've got writer's block on a bit, then jump forward and then you write that bit and then you go back and work out how to get from point A to the new point B. So one more question, and that is, are you willing to share something you've written? No. No, to be quite honest, I will put a link to this, or hopefully, because I've already shared work that I've written. My story, Towered, is on here. Is one of the videos that I've done. I've also got another story set around Christmas. So realistically, I've already shared work already. So, but I suppose I could share something if I could find it, which is like, where's my downloads? There's my downloads. Let's see what I can find. Let's see. Let's see what I've got. It would have actually, but then again, I was going to say it would have been better if I'd chosen something already, but obviously I hadn't, because I hadn't had chance to. Let's see what I can find. I'm looking for something specifically that I wrote in last year or the beginning of this year. So actually I'll read this instead. This I read there's an event every month at the Story in Lancaster where they have a true story event, and I read this there. So I'll read it to you here now. It's called, I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll read it. The sunlight is shining through the windows of the car. The air is hot and the seat is sticking to my legs. My Barbie, her hair pulled out of its plait, is sitting in my lap. And my mouth is filling with blood. My mummy sat next to me, fussing over my brother, making sure he's okay, keeping him happy. She plays a game with him, makes him giggle. The sunlight is reflecting off his plastic toy. She doesn't notice I've gone quiet because my mouth is filling with blood. I look out the car window. There's a long line of people in a queue going around the block, waiting to go into the baker's to buy bread. I see my dad. The sunlight is burning his bald head pink. My mouth is still filling with blood. The blood oozes through the gaps between my teeth, laps at the bottom of my tongue, which I've pushed against the roof of my mouth. It tastes of salt, warm and horrible. I wish my dad would hurry up. I wish the sunlight would stop hurting my eyes. I wish my mouth would stop filling with blood. I'm tired and I'm in pain. My mouth feels weird. My gum aches. The sunlight is too bright. I want to be at home. I want to watch television. I want to be given an aspirin. I want my mum to fuss over me. I want to spit the blood out of my mouth. Instead, my mouth is filled with blood. My dad opens the car door, passes my mum a plastic bag. He sits in his seat and pulls his seatbelt on. He puts the key in the ignition, revs the engine, turns around and asks if we're ready to go. smiles. The sunlight is on his face. I don't smile back. I can't because I'm scared to move my lips as my mouth is filled with blood. We travel down the road far too slowly. I want him to drive fast, get us home as quickly as he can. I don't think I can hold the blood in much longer. It's making me feel sick, and the sunlight is shining in his mirror and making my head hurt. My cheeks are puffed out because my mouth is now completely filled with blood. I stare at the diamond on my mum's ring, watch as sunlight hits it and beams patterns of light onto the roof. I watch it dance, let it pull me in. My eyes are on focus. I try not to think about the urge to swallow. I need to forget. My mouth is filled with blood. The car pulls into our driveway and up to the garage. My dad turns the engine off and gets out of the car, pulls forward his seat so I can get out. I feel a cool breeze blow through the doorway. The sunlight isn't so bright now. I can't wait for my mouth not to be filled with blood. I stand up, ready to climb out, except I lose control and my mouth opens just a little. Blood pushes itself out between my lips. More gushes after it as it forces my mouth open. It splatters onto the car floor, down the back of my dad's seat and onto my mum's lap. It dribbles down her legs. A ray of sunshine shines onto my Barbie's face. Her hair is filled with blood. So there you are. There's a short story that I wrote. So that's my writing. It's quite dark in here because I need to put a new light up, bulb up, but I've not been well and I need to do it, and I'm going to do it soon. But I haven't felt like I was safe enough to climb up to put one in. So one more thing, and obviously I've put this. I have decided, as this is my 100th video. Now, this was something that I decided back in April when it had just come out, March, April. But I've still decided to do this book. I bought this book. It's Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi to give away. So if you are in the UK and if you subscribe to my channel and comment, then I will put everyone's names that comments and is subscribed into a hat at, say, like the beginning of August, and whoever name I pull out, I will contact to get their address and send this book to them, because I've already got another copy. So, well, my daughter has, and that'll do. But this book is, to be quite honest, this is one of my most anticipated books of the year. I've not started, well, I started reading it, the other copy, but then I got ill and I just couldn't read. So I don't know exactly what happens, but it's the tag at the back is, they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. And it's about a girl that heard people used to have magic and they haven't got magic anymore. They've not been allowed to have magic by, people have taken it away from them and outlawed it. So this is her story. So yeah, if you subscribe and comment on this video, I will put your name in a hat at the beginning of August, and I will contact whoever's name I pull out to for me to send this. The only thing is, I don't think I said this already, you need to be in the UK, because I cannot afford to be sending it to America. So if you're in the UK, so if you're in, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, then this is open to you. So please subscribe. because that would be really cool. I do intend to do more videos. I really want to do one about editing and stages of editing, and talk all about, you know, the different stages of editing and different things that you could look at while you're editing. I can write easily, but editing is where I'm at that I fail. I have asked for my masters, because I'm doing it part-time. One of the things that they have offered us this year is the chance to do our own a special project. So I'm waiting for it to be approved at the moment, but I've asked to explore editing and take a first draft story from that first draft right through to edited, and using these techniques, coming up with these techniques of what works for me. So exploring editing and stuff. So obviously I can, and right through to being of publishing standards. So yeah, obviously as I explore that, I can talk about editing. The other thing is I'm not getting book boxes anymore because I have so many books to read, and I decided that I had too many. Like I said, I've given 200 away. So I'm not getting book boxes anymore, so there'll be no more unboxings. I'm trying to limit what I'm buying as well. I have bought a few books recently, but not a great deal. I'm reading quite a lot. I'm reading, where's my book? I'm reading this book at the moment, which is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hands, I think it is. Which, like, my bookmark is terrible because I can't find my actual bookmark I was using earlier. But yeah, I've been reading that and I'm really enjoying it. It's very good, so if you haven't read it, I do recommend it. So yeah, I intend to do some book related. I'll do some reviews. I have 2 reviews that I really need to do for NetGalley, and I've got another 2 books that I need to read for NetGalley, but I might actually just do Goodreads reviews, but I might not. I mean, I've done one Goodreads review already for NetGalley for a book, which was Ash Princess, which I wasn't keen on, but I might do a YouTube video on that as well. So I want to really concentrate on doing reviews and doing creative writing videos, and not necessarily doing unboxings. If I order some books, and I will do an unboxing. The only other thing is that I have ordered one subscription box, which is Geek Gear's Wizardry wearable, which is like t-shirts and stuff. So that is due any day. So I will unbox that for you to see. But yeah, there's going to be no Fairy Loot or Illumicrate or Owlcrate for the foreseeable future, and maybe not again, because it was just getting too much and too much money. So anyway, so that's it, and this video is nice and long, but hopefully you have come along with me and, you know, listen to the whole lot. Yeah, okay, bye.